Hi, this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style. I'm going to show you my history here real quick. This one I'll give you for free too. Well, it's all for free because I got it on YouTube now. I kind of keep forgetting. Anyhow, the one I want to talk about though is this one at the bottom. I sold a SoundHound put at $17.50 at the 1750 strike. So that means that I was going to buy 100 shares of SoundHound at $17.50 if it was there or under by the end of the week. I opened that up, made $60 instantly. Towards the end of the day, SoundHound actually ended up going up semi-significantly, and the the cash secured put that I sold ended up being worth half of what I paid for it. So gaining 50% of the entire contract in just one single day, there was no sense to hold the thing. We'll see what happens tomorrow. If it drops back down, I'll open up another one because I was going to do the trade anyhow. But I ended up buying it back for $32, so I made $28. $28 on $1,750 in collateral is 1.6%, and I did that in a single day. 1.6% in a single day. These small wins are very important because I took, of that $28 I made, I take 40% of it, which was actually a little bit more, and I put that into long-term shares. That $12 that I bought on HIMS was because of this trade. So now I own 12 more dollars, or actually 0.224518 if you want to get technical, but 0.22 more shares of HIMS. So not only did I take money, hold it somewhere for a day, made $28, I was able to also add to compounding and buy more long-term shares of a great company. This is how you invest. This is how you work trading. This is how you do this. Now, I also bought an MSTR call option for January for $5,000. $5,360, and I have a $5,900 limit order set on it. I definitely believe that's going to do that before the end of the year. But yeah, do not take away from these small wins. I had some debit spreads open on AMD. I had them open for, 2 to 4 weeks. And then I ended up making almost $300 on it. So that's what these purchases were from. The 40% of that was $105 roughly. It was like 260 that I think I made on those because AMD exploded. And those were good until March because I just figured that AMD was going to go up and I didn't know when. And then boom. Yeah, I could have taken advantage of a bigger move on a regular call option? Sure, but I didn't know that AMD was going to get that contract today. They got a contract with OpenAI to supply their chips. Huge contract. AMD is one of my favorite companies all day. I don't own any shares yet, but it's going to be in my portfolio. But yeah, from those two trades that I put on 2-3 weeks ago, I was able to bank $260 some and put $105 in to additional shares. SoFi, HIMS, BMNR, MSTR, and Palantir. I bought all those today from money that's not mine because I made a good trade. And I understand longevity. So I basically incorporate investing into my trading because I do it for long term. And then I set limit orders so when they hit, they hit. And then I have less emotions in them. So this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style, and this is kind of how you do it. My account, you can see that it's sitting at $71,000 today. Very good day on this small account. Very good week. Month's been rough, but we're even back above where we were here. So very happy. Very happy. Look at that V-shaped recovery. Ooh. I'm also very big in AI and tech and crypto. So V-shaped recovery, I expect the next 3 months. I actually expect the next 6 months to be pretty darn good in AI and crypto. But here's my core stocks. This is for everybody. I'm telling you, do not focus on these on the right. Don't focus on that. You might as well not even worry about it. You can focus on that. Look at the numbers on the left. Those are the important numbers. Those are the shares. Those are ownership. Okay? Those are extremely important to grow. Now, XXRP is a trade. And I think I'm down on it, actually. Yeah. But it's no big deal. I believe I'll be up on it before year end. But acquiring these long-term shares right here, SoundHound, I have 100 shares of it. SoFi is my next company. There was another trade that I made some decent money off of, and I only had like 20 some shares of SoFi. Now I have 63. So I get another, $1,000, and I'm at another 100 shares of SoFi, and then I have 100 shares of SoundHound. Now MSTR is a little different because what I do is I build up lots of 100 shares continuously. I will build these companies up for a very long time. MSTR, Palantir, HIMS, SoFi, all day. Those are for sure. SoundHound's probably my riskiest play, but they're doing incredible things and they're competing very well. And then BMNR, it's Tom Lee and Ethereum. Period. I need to say nothing else about that. Amazing company. What's an amazing person with an amazing asset. And they're shooting for 5% of the supply. So, yeah. And as you can see, Ethereum's doing very, very well. But it's these long-term shares. It's these share counts along the side that are very, very important. And as we get to lots of 100, look at this, SoundHound. I actually have one open. I'll show you. Where's it at? Right there. The second one from the bottom, the options. That was a covered call that I sold on SoundHound for 25. So what I did was say by 10/31, the expiration date, right here, right below the market value, 10/31, that I will sell 100 shares of SoundHound at $25 if it's there or above that price. I mean, we're $7 a share away from that now. That's a pretty big move on an $18 stock. I mean, can it do it? Yes. But I sold it pretty safe and I made $50 selling this. So I made $50 in income. So the next 100 shares that I get of SoundHound, I'll be able to sell 2 of these every month. Now, it's not going to be the exact same premium, but I could probably make somewhere between $30 to $50 per 100 shares of SoundHound, and right now that's only $1,845. And then when I get up to SoFi, and I get to 100 shares there, guess what? What I do is usually apply like a 30-30. So I go 30 days out, which is going to be pretty close to November 7th. And then I go with 30 delta. See delta here. So the $31 calls, or maybe even the $32 calls, are kind of appealing to me right now. So SoFi right now, you get 100 shares of it for $2,664. Plenty of volume. I can sell $32 covered calls and make $91 a month. So let me ask you a question. Do you have a bill that's $90 a month? Is that your cell phone bill or your internet bill or your electric bill, or maybe that's gas for your car? If you've got $2,600, you can buy 100 shares of a great company and you can generate $91 in income every month. If you want to go a little safer, we can go up to 20. We can go to a 20 delta and generate $65. Yeah, this is incredible. So I'll explain to you, even at this high of a, let's go with the 34 to 20 delta. Let's say you're kind of leery. You're like, I want a little bit more safety. I don't know how to roll. I don't know how to manage this option, because rolling is very important. So that's $65 that we're going to make in a month, and you need $2,664 for 100 shares. So what we would do is we take $65 and we divide that by 2664. 0.024. That's the percent gain on that trade. That is a 2.4% trade over a month. Think about that. Really think about that. So over the course of years, 12 months, let's say we got this. Over 12 months, that's a 29% return on your account just selling covered calls and never selling your equity. This is what I do. This is what I know how to do. And if you sell those covered calls and take a portion of that and put it into long-term shares, you're creating your own dividend. You're compounding by building shares. You're compounding by generating income and building shares from the shares that you've already built. It's an infinite money glitch, if you will. I came up with this a long while back, and I never implemented it. So you are on this journey with me. I'm telling you, you should follow me over the next 2 or 3 years. You're going to be very, very happy. But this is Finance and Investing Just Joey style, and small wins, build your share counts, think long term, and you're going to be just